Hi everybody. Okay, so I was challenged lately to take out a Thunderjaw whilst on a strider or some kind of mount without being knocked off. So this is my very first attempt. I'm freezing it up and then I'm using the sticky bombs on the blast sling to do the most damage possible, just to take it down as quick as possible. This is my very first attempt and it went quite smoothly, but I quickly learned that I kind of got off quite easy in this encounter anyway, because the mount itself, it's not always so easy to control. You know, the camera doesn't misbehave, but in some scenarios the mount decides to turn left when you want to go right, and it decides also maybe that standing still is the best idea ever. It won't move for you. But regardless, there are some, this is obviously in very hard difficulty. So I decided to up it a notch. So I thought taking out 2 Thunderjaws may be a good idea. Now, this took me a while, I won't lie. I changed my tactics a little bit, but I quickly learned that corrupting the first and then freezing the second Thunderjaw was probably the best tactic, so that I could at least have some help taking out the first one there. Now, yes, as I say, the strider isn't the easiest thing to control this, so I went through some lucky times and also some bad times, and then I reached the really god-awful sort of lowest point times when I just got absolutely destroyed. Oh yes, and obviously the mount sometimes just decides not to run, but anyway, we'll move on. This is the actual run where I finally managed it. This is probably my 20th attempt. Now, corrupting the first one and then freezing the second, as I say, that was the best tactic that I sort of polished down to using. What I try to do is interrupt like any of the nasty attacks, like just for example the cannon, that blue cannon on the front of the mouth, that's quite a nasty attack. So what I do is I use the tail blast arrow to interrupt that when I can, so that I can get away, sort of with minimizing the damage on myself and on my mount, essentially. So now I've got one to deal with, and this I don't know. The first one never seemed too tricky because I was able to get the help of one of them to help me take down the other. So that was the example of interrupting the cannon there. That came in very handy, from time to time. Now I'm looking at the heart, that sort of the glowy orange area in the center of its body there. That's where most of the damage is it takes place, essentially. So I'm using the sticky bombs again, and from time to time you'll notice that I get a sticky bomb right in the center of that heart. And that does insane amount of damage, like crazy damage. If you can place one of those sticky bombs in the center of its heart, you'll knock about 800 sort of health points off it, compared to like placing one on its 5, for example. So now I think I knock it out here, and I'm placing down some proximity bombs. I didn't know I was going to knock it out. I thought it was going to charge me, so I was placing proximity bombs there, getting ready to encounter that charge. But so I'm crafting up, restocking my ammunition. I'm thinking, hey, I've got no, I'm in no rush here. I can just freeze them up and then I can, finish them off with a couple more sticky bombs. Now this is where I go for the heart, I think. So that one lands right in the center of this plate, and then this one here, it's a little bit tricky to know where that went exactly. I think it went below the heart. Now the first explosion 430, the second one 710. So I mean, yeah, okay, maybe it's a little bit ambiguous, but aiming for the heart seems to be a pretty nice area to go for sure. So that was, as I said, about my 20th run, and my god, that was a challenge and a half. So kudos to the man or the girl who suggested me trying this out. But yes, it was a good fun, quite rewarding. But yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed. Do check out my others if you're sort of getting into Horizon or thinking about picking up the game. Alright, take care, guys. Bye-bye.